In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 different NBA games happening on February 14, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets, as we provide these videos on a daily basis, and I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like access to our exclusive betting picks, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Now let's get started. Detroit Pistons versus Washington Wizards. This Monday, the Detroit Pistons will travel to Washington to take on the Washington Wizards. The first meeting between these two teams went to overtime, but the Wizards were able to pull it out, 119-116. The Pistons are coming into this game on a game losing streak. They fell to the Charlotte Hornets 141-119 as they were able to have an offensive field day against the Pistons. The Wizards are entering this game after losing to the Kings 123-110. Washington was unable to get any stops at the end of the game as the Kings shot 56% from the floor. They will need to focus on the defensive side of the basketball if they want a real shot in this game at home. These teams are showing a bit of a difference according to their adjusted net ratings from dunks and threes. The Pistons are last with a minus 9.7 rating, while the Wizards are 23rd with a minus 2.6 rating this season. The defenses as of late seem to be the biggest difference, as Detroit is allowing 126.8 points in their last 4 games, while Washington is giving up 110.8 points in their previous 5 games. The Pistons have failed to cover in any of the previous 6 road games against the Wizards, so go with the Washington Wizards to cover the spread at home here. Washington Wizards to win and cover the spread is our full game side pick. With the injury to Bradley Beal, the Wizards lose an offensive threat. They will be searching for the offensive spark in this one. They will likely lean on Kyle Kuzma, and I don't think he can carry this total over. I do think he is talented enough to carry his team to victory though. According to dunks and threes, the Wizards have the 23rd slowest pace of play rating in the NBA. The Pistons try to play faster but aren't talented enough to score a lot of points. The Pistons have the 29th least efficient offense in the league and will not be able to score enough points over. The Wizards also have the 22nd most efficient defense in the NBA. They will be able to slow this shaky offense down. Washington is only allowing 110.2 ppg, and they will be able to hold the Pistons to less than this number. The Wizards are going to slow the pace down here, as they are currently 23rd in the NBA with 97.1 possessions per 48 minutes, and make this a more methodical game than the Pistons are used to. These offenses have been relatively quiet as of late, as Detroit is scoring 104 points in their previous 3 games, while Washington is averaging 101.8 points in their last 5 games. The under has hit in 4 of the previous 5 games against one another, so under the projected total is our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings versus Brooklyn Nets. The Sacramento Kings travel to the Barclays Center for an inter-conference road tilt with the Brooklyn Nets on Monday night. The Kings came away with a big 123-110 win over the Washington Wizards on Saturday. The Nets lost their 11th straight game in a 115-111 loss to the Miami Heat. Brooklyn opens this game as a slight favorite. Former league MVP Kevin Durant recently began workouts in hopes of returning to the Nets lineup. Durant has been sidelined since his spraining left knee in a game against New Orleans on January 15th. He won't be available until after the All-Star break. Seth Curry and Andre Drummond, acquired by the Nets with Ben Simmons in the trade for James Harden, had not been cleared to play and are questionable for this matchup with the Kings. They won't have Kyrie Irving, considering this game is in New York, and the Nets are simply too short-handed to compete on a consistent level. Sacramento is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games and looks much improved after the deadline. The Sacramento Kings money line is our full game side pick. Although the Kings got much better at the deadline with the acquisition of Domantas Sabonis, they are still one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA. Sacramento ranks bottom 5 in opponent points per game, field goal percentage, and 3-point field goal percentages. The Nets are an outright disaster right now, but they should not have any problems reaching their season average against Sacramento. The total number has gone over in 4 of Brooklyn's last 5 games and 4 of their last 5 in February. The Kings are averaging 110.2 points per game at home and 109.6 points per game on the road. They averaged 118.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Nets. With Brooklyn giving up 111 points per game at home, the Kings will hit their average in this game. The Nets are averaging 110.9 points per game and 108.2 points per game at home. They averaged 121.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Kings, with Sacramento giving up 117.6 points per game on the road. The Nets will score enough points to push the score over the total. The Kings and Nets played over the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings, so over the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus New York Knicks. It's an interconference matchup between a pair of teams on the outside looking in at the postseason on the hardwood in the Big Apple. The Oklahoma City Thunder are on the road as they make the trip to face the New York Knicks Monday night. Oklahoma City comes in off a 106-101 road loss to the Bulls in the second game of a back-to-back set Saturday night. New York blew a massive lead and came up on the short end of a 112-103 loss at Portland in their previous game Saturday night. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Thunder own a narrow 69-67 advantage, including a 95-80 home victory in the first meeting this season on December 31, 2021. While Oklahoma City is not likely to win on Monday in the Big Apple, the Thunder will keep the score close enough to cover the spread. Oklahoma City has covered the spread in 5 of the last 6 overall against New York, as well as in 5 of the last 6 played at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. New York has struggled to cover the spread, failing to cover 5 of its last 6, and the Knicks have several of their regulars, including second leading scorer R.J. Barrett, questionable for Monday's game with the Thunder. Oklahoma City is a team with very little pressure as the Thunder are well out of playoff contention and looking to play their best each time out to win a spot on the roster next season. The Thunder are in the Big Apple looking to end a 5-game losing streak. That is going to be tough without top scorer SGA though. OKC has actually covered its last 2 games against Philly and Chicago thanks to guard Lou Dort going bombs away. He just scored 31 points against the Bulls and has become the top option with SGA out. Josh Giddey had a triple-double in the loss. He continues to perform well, but fellow rookie Tree Man is not giving them much. The Knicks are in last place in the Atlantic Division. They just lost at Portland, which has to sting because that franchise has essentially given up on competing this season. Their trade for Cam Reddish has not yielded much so far. Reddish, Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson, and R.J. Barrett are all listed as questionable for this one. Those are all rotation players, so beating up OKC might not be as easy as they want. Oklahoma City Thunder to cover the spread is our full game side pick. While OKC is covering games on the road at a high clip, 19-10 against the spread, it is not because they are scoring a lot of points to keep up. The Thunder average just under 100 PPG on the road, and that has contributed to their 10-18 over-under record away from Chesapeake Energy Arena this season. Oklahoma City has sputtered offensively, which has helped lead to the under-hitting in 33 of their first 56 games. With 1 push on the year, the Thunder are 18th in the league in tempo with 97.8 possessions a night. New York is a methodical team when it comes to the tempo as they are 29th in the league in pace with an average of 95.7 possessions per contest. The Knicks have seen the under hit in 31 of their 57 games on the year. We saw the teams combine for only 175 points in the first meeting this season. Under the total projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.